Hey all. Hey, I wanted to go through some chords, a pretty simple sort of structure, but a good one to work out on. Seagull off the first Bad Company album. Almost feels like a Paul solo piece, but watching him live, he tunes the low E down to D, so that's what I did. So it's the same D, C, G, D, same sort of chord progression that we see all over in pop music, but I think this one done a little bit more effectively than most. It starts with hammering on the G string at the 2nd fret on that D chord. When he does it live, we'll get to those chord shapes in a second, but one thing to note is when he does it live, if you watch clips, he doesn't do that high E string at 2 on those chords, so he just does the D. He sort of forgets about that high E, but on the studio one, that high E at 2 is covered throughout these the main riff chords. So the first one, hammer on A at 3, D and G open, B at 3, high E at 2. And then the same thing, except you hammer on at 2 on the A string. So you got to change the fingering on that high E string, but it's still covered at 2. Of those. Then I think the only thing that's different is it goes A, D, A, C, right? So it's D, A, C. The second one is hammer on 2 and B at 3 and high E open, which is a G chord basically, but back to D. Sorry, this wind is really blowing up and the sky turned really black, so I'm a little distracted by the tornado going through the backyard. Them each, holds them for like 1 beat longer or half a measure longer, but it's the same chord progression. So if you have to listen to it and play along with it, but you'll see what I mean. But then it goes back to it goes out on this. That sort of rhythm, but another good one to kind of practice on and get used to the low D. thing to work on is with those upstrokes. Work on it. Just keep doing that over and over, just like you're doing the outro of the song. That's the workout for the day. Good luck.